All right. Why can I not hear anything? There we go. Now I can hear myself speak. All right, we're live. Hold on. Let me pull up I didn't even bother to think I got the thumbnail right and everything. I think we're good. What's up, Chris? Nice to have you here. Give me a thumbs up or a one if you hear me, Chris. My settings are all messed up and I'm all discombobulated this morning. Uh got some disconcerting, well, not that I'm super worried about it, but news yesterday that certain people feel I should be deported. So, all right on. Okay. Actually, let me pull up the comments, which I forgot to do, and we're gonna get started with this comment thing, and get all your comments in, all that good fun stuff. Let me go ahead and get over there, get all that done. I should have had this up before, but let me get to the bottom. We got lots of comments to go over, so let's do it. You know what? I feel like starting with some what you call it, uh some wonderful intro music. I think I'm gonna go with the what should I go with here? Hold on. Uh, let's go with this one. I think this is the Miami Vice one, which is the one that I want. Gotta say, uh, if people like to talk about you, they should probably keep their streams up. But you know, cowards hide behind that. Now, a critic might say, "Well, MLH, you took down a bunch of DT streams." Yeah, I did, because I got privacy complaint from Man Bear Pig. But I quickly took care of that, and I didn't want to give any ammo, so I got to go through all those videos and slowly but surely bring those back. It's my choice. Oh yeah, Jackie. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Um, go ahead and call ICE on me. I'm an American citizen, born and raised in Denver, Colorado. We'll talk about all that. Let me just I don't want to give too much air and too much uh credence to people's comments. Maybe they made them an error. I'm going to give a little bit of grace here. Maybe that's why the stream was taken down. But let me just add the comments here. That way we can we can talk a little bit about this stuff. First comment from 6 days ago. Damn, I missed the last DT and now it's gone. Well, don't worry, Afila. As Flea points out right below, just temporary. We'll be putting stuff back up after we edit it. We have to blur out the sloppy one's face. Yes, that is exactly correct. Um, you know, got to get Man Bear Pig out of the picture, right? And only go forward with, current Man Bear Pig pictures. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know how we're doing it on DT. Barbara says, about the number one way to lose an argument or debate is, or to undermine your credibility is to use ad hominem attacks. Barbara says, or old women. Yeah, I agree, Barbara. Let's continue. On the last comment show, Queen Gangster Granny says, someone is pissed, I see. Oh, there's a bunch of people pissed at me. We'll talk about it, Queen Gangster Granny. I'll get to your comments in the chat in just a second. Um, I can't, well, actually, you know what I can do? I can take this out and I can look at your comments while I'm, you know, uh, commenting here. Exiled, welcome on in. Welcome on in, everybody, by the way. Jazzy Rib Guy, Foxy Loxy, Kelly, Blank Page, Dougie, Exiled, Jackie, which I already mentioned. Chris on the drums, Moses, welcome. Big Chief in the house. Thank you for holding down the mod ship, Big Chief. Um, who else? I think I got everybody, and I'm sure more people will come on in. Um, let's see. Let's go with speaking of Paige says I've already made an AI of an old man yelling at clouds. That was my post about people yelling at clouds, old men yelling at clouds, whatever it was. Thank you, Paige. I appreciate that. And thank you for using the members only emojis, by the way. That's really cool. Drifter Wars says the biggest online bully can dish it out, but cannot take it. He spends hours sitting in his broken down, filthy, smelly mobile home, talking about everyone, but doesn't like it when he, a public figure. That's right, Drifter Wars. So technically speaking, I could have fought the privacy complaints, Drifter Wars, but I didn't. I want to avoid all that bullshit. But why does he think it's okay to say in public on his social media page that a person is a quote unquote murderer when that is false and untrue? He knows fully well that there is a very big difference between committing that crime and being an accessory to that crime. Why does he think it is okay to say that a person attempted to murder his wife by strangling when that person was not convicted or sentenced or found guilty of that? You see, he thinks he has the right and freedom to make false statements, but thinks he can stop others from stating facts about him, like he did spend 118 days in prison, something he denied multiple times when it was brought up. Yet he actually has it on his Rumble bio stating that he spent 118 days in a cage. Also, his sister told us herself that she has a temporary RO on him and wants to make it a permanent one. But he denies that his sister had an RO on him. We as outsiders don't know which story is true without seeing the actual RO, but based on his record of lying and denying, we choose to believe his sister before we believe him. I couldn't have said it better, Drifter Wars. Absolutely 100% on point. Thank you for recognizing that. Dog's Roll, welcome. Bobby says, my favorite stuff was always the great tunes. Oh, you mean on DT? Well, don't worry. They'll be back, Bobby. All those streams will be back. It's just a tedious process to blur out, Man Bear Pig's face, you know. Shannon says narcissist borderlines don't apologize. Chumley, Lowlife Lindsay, Dicker Chick, Cornhusk are cases in point. Yeah, nobody ever takes accountability. I agree. Fabdriz says, have a great weekend. It's been a long time since I commented. Stay hydrated, kind, and content. Thank you, Fabdriz. Appreciate you. You know I do. Um, Arlene on my hot dog flavored vodka comments. Anyone? Arlene says, bleh. I agree, Arlene. I was just kidding with that comment a little bit. Hell no. Chris also says, no thanks. Bleh. Exactly. Ew. No thank you, Catwoman says. I agree. Shannon on my security guard video gave me a heart emoji. Thank you. Let's see. Decide, act, succeed said, figured I'd write separate messages to boost the algorithm. Thank you very much. Decide, act, succeed. Great new tune, Nomfic. And just wanted to say, job well done, keeping your cool during an otherwise stressed situation. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Anna from Canada agrees. Let's move on. Shannon also says, happens a lot here, sadly, about the candlelight vigil in regards to Rajon being murdered by the Aurora Police Department, which, by the way, tomorrow I'm going to have a stream on that. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to have KDOT as a guest here. You know, K Dot is my brother, from another, um, but still my brother. And we're gonna have a really great discussion. Belinda's gonna pass on hot dog flavored vodka. Uh, really? No takers. What about chat? Hot dog flavored vodka, everybody. Laura Vladi with the heart emojis. Thank you very much. Um, Paige, who's in chat, says vodka flavored hot dogs. Well, that's interesting. Maybe that like maybe some hot dogs flavored in vodka might be a good thing. Love K Dot. Got good dude vibes from him. Yeah, dogs roll. K Dot is, in my opinion, the best 1A auditor and activist in Aurora and Denver. Um, and I say that bar none. I know that man better than most, and I will say he is as genuine as it gets. K Dot, if you haven't subscribed to K Dot, make sure you sub up. K Dot the party. Just search K Dot the party on YouTube. Sub up. He is fantastic. Um, Anna from Canada says, "Will you cook the hot dog first?" And then she says, "Still no." LOL. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Definitely cooked hot dogs. Kim, welcome. Nice to have you here. Foxy Locky says beer battered corn dogs sound good. Becky, nice to have you in here, Becky. Nice to have you in here. Um, let's see. Decide Act Succeed says playing catch up on replay. Thank you very much for doing so. Anybody catching up on replay, thank you very much. What else we got here? Personally, I appreciate the censored version of your picks. Saves me from spewing my breakfast or lunch while viewing. Just saying. Well, thank you. I think that they are greatly improved. Riddle, nice to have you in here. Let me see. Let me take a poll here. Uh, is this better than before? It's improved, right? Much improved. What about this one? Is this improved? I think it's improved. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. I think they're improved. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Improvements? Let's see what everybody says. Kip, what's up, my dude? Haven't seen you in a bit, man. Nice to have you in here, Kip. Uh, yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? All right. Let's move on here. Shannon says, "Great job, guys. Sorry, Doug, for how ignorant and rude his simps were to you. I remember what's happening with the membership. I wonder what's happening with the membership. My side shows I'm still a member, but no icon by my name. Why does it look like what does it look like over there, MLH? It's really weird. There's nothing weird on my end, Shannon. There's a couple of people that have brought that to my attention. Maybe if you unsub and then sub again, that might help. I don't know. But there's a couple of people work in school. Oh, good reasons, Kip, good reasons. Um, but yeah, there's a couple of people that have been having the same problem. I think it was Cinderella that had that problem at one point, but everything looks kosher on my end. I don't know what's going on. Are you a paid member? Did you get a gifted membership? I don't know if that matters. But I will investigate further if you're still having problems. Brandon says, do they know the way that city employees, including the police, that they are being live streamed talking to y'all that way is making people not want to come to Aurora or even to Denver? Yeah, these are some of the ramifications, Brandon, um, and of cops disrespecting its citizens. So Becky, by the way, I absolutely love K Dot, his calm demeanor and tell the cops F up. Yeah. K Dot is OG. Barbara, welcome. Nice to have you here. Um, let's see. Let's continue on here. I want to get through these comments because I want to address some things. Kelly says, replay crew here. Good for you too. Homeless people deserve respect too. I was homeless for 2.5 years in Austin, Texas, and I can say it was brutal at times. Much respect, MLH and friend. That friend is K Dot. You absolutely should sub to K Dot, Kelly. K Dot, DJ K Dot the Party on YouTube. Big Chief, I don't know if you're still in there, but if you could uh, please put in K Dot's link so people can sub. Um, SJ Inc. says killer cop Officer Matt Neely, also an instructor, attacked Rajon Belt Stubblefield in an obvious attempt to incite a response from him before murdering him in the street in broad daylight on the anniversary of the Aurora police and paramedics killing Elijah McClain. Later, in July of 2020, Aurora police chief showed the press photos of the three former officers smiling and reenacting a chokehold near the site of Elijah McClain's arrest. Elijah was killed by police putting him in a chokehold, and then paramedics injected him with ketamine, killing him. Yes, I covered part of that trial, SJ. Thank you for being in the know of that. Thank you for recognizing that Matt Neely is a killer cop. And tomorrow on this stream, I'm going to talk about it and show you guys the video. I can't show you the actual shooting, but you guys will see exactly what happened, not what the mainstream media is reporting. Okay. You're not going to see just what they showed you, a little snippet to make it seem like, you know, he didn't murder uh, Rajon. Uh, you see what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah. Uh, Leftover carne asada tacos for breakfast? Now you guys are getting me hungry. How dare you? All right, let's continue on here. DOA denier of a certain atrocity, Jill says. Yes, definitely. The denier of the Holocaust. That's can be proven demonstrably. Matter of fact, I think I still have the screens. Laura Vladi says, I'll take crickets over hot dog flavored vodka. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I actually agree. Arlene says DOD, defender of deflecting. Ah, there you go. Our defender of nothing, you know. Erie Forever says, imagine going cold from your addiction to your 5 phones. Ooh. Ooh, I think that's what's gonna irk him the most, right, Erie? King Solomon says, sign me up, homie, for hot dog flavored vodka. The only one, Solomon. Pillone says, Rip Rajon. Thanks for the video. Thank you, Pillone, for being. Pillone, I mentioned this quite a bit. Is one of the first 50 subscribers to the channel. OG Pillone. Kim A says, on replay, I was busy cleaning out my storage room outside before fall hits. I'm very, very busy in the fall. Hey, no problem, Kim A, but you saw the replay, which is cool. That's really cool. And thank you for being a Monster Squad member. I really appreciate it. Keeper of the list says MLH, no tie. No, no tie. I never wear a tie, but I do wear a vest. Afila says, send our love to Flea. We'll miss her this week. Yes, I missed her tremendously. Can't wait for her return. Biscotti Batty says, congratulations. I hit 6,500. I announced it prematurely. I lost 10 subs. Probably because of the BS going on with a certain someone that wants me deported. Unfortunately, there are prejudiced people still in the world, racist people still in the world. But, it is what it is. Sean Little, welcome. Nice to have you here. I know you've been around forever. Nice to see you in there, buddy. Fraudy, good morning to you. Pico de Gallo. Yum. Stop it, Kim. Stop it. I'm getting hungry. All right, let's continue. Darn, I was waiting to see Kitty's latest interview, hoping that is up soon, Melissa says. I will have things up, Melissa. It takes a bit to edit, Anna from Canada says, great live today. Thank you. Thank you, Anna, for always being a big supporter of the channel. And I'm going to need all that support. I'm going to need all you guys' support, whether it's watch hours, likes, any few bucks that you got to send my way, all of that. That's another reason somebody was big mad, says I was a grifter because, I said that I'm going to need all the support I can get. Maliant says, sure, make me a Bloody Mary with it too. Yeah, that might not be too bad. Hot dog flavored vodka and a Bloody Mary, you know? Huh. Didn't even think about that, Valiant. Real Truth says MLH, thank for the safe chat. Not allowing abuse is great. Nobody will be abused in my chat ever. Period. Belinda says, what did the person do to get shot? Well, Belinda, I will show you tomorrow. Shannon says, congrats, MLH. You deserve it. Well, let's hold our congratulations. Let's wait till we get well beyond the 6,500 mark before I toot my horn again. I had to eat a little bit of crow because I lost 10 subs, and now I'm below that, you know, thing. SAS, are you a DOA simp by chance? Just asking questions. Amber Dawn Rising, welcome. Nice to have you here. Yes, Sean Little, get by with a little help from your friends. Absolutely, Sean Little, 100%. Every membership, every little bit of money, every like, every watch hour, I could use all of it. All of it. Okay. Just making sure, SAS. Just making sure. I mean, I don't care if you are. If you're in here, just be respectful. You know what I mean? That's all. And follow the rules. Let's see. The next comment goes from Trixie. Seems it seems this Ghostwriter Soldier YouTube channel is using nothing but AI to trash talk, boss talk, and Kenny. I wonder if somebody reported that. Well, that's up to you guys. I do not ask anybody to do any of those type of things because that would be against terms of service. Peppy says, Ghost Soldier tells the truth. It's actually funny too. AI is now against TOS in certain circumstances. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on. Rib Guy says, after a night of drinking, having a hot dog might sound right, but when it comes up and they mix, I'm not sure if I would like the taste. Yeah, hot dog flavored vodka is probably not the best thing. I was being facetious. Benetti, replay crew, 6 a.m. Right on, Benetti. Thank you for continuing with your membership and hope you enjoyed the stream. Ginger says, bummer, thought this was at 7:30. Yeah, I just put a temporary time on there, Ginger. And then, obviously, you know how I am. I'm not gonna wait till it you know how I am. Thank you, Ginger, for being a big time supporter of the channel as well. You know I love you. Mom Needs a Beach House, another member, says thank you to whoever gifted me the membership. Yeah. Thank you for having a membership, and hopefully you continue with it if you can afford it. That's another thing. I don't want anybody to get a membership if they can't afford it, even though it's only $3. I understand. You know, Brandon says replay crew did a great job in MLH. You will need to talk to everyone about being more vile, and you'll need to step it up on DT. If you can't, I'll have to take over the show. But on the murder that happened over the weekend, that was so unjust, and the police should be in jail. Yeah. Doug with the hello MLH. Thank you very much, Dougie. Paige says K Dot has good vibes. I subbed up. Yes, you should. Everybody should sub to K Dot. Big Chief with the MLH and Strong Arm emojis. Thank you, Chief. Kelly says see you tomorrow. Right on. Decide Act Succeed on the replay crew. Thank you for being on the replay crew. And thank you for being a newer Monster Squad member. Same thing with NJS. Great stream. Thanks. Thank you for watching. And Club Brain Fog says replay crew will definitely participate next episode. I should contribute live and not yell at my screen on RP Grinders, which I did bring to the channel. So I think that's it. Let's see if we got any held for review comments. Here we go. Here's one. Let's see. Literally Truth says DOA said when the lawyer he was using was going to set and help. How from same breath he said that the lawyer wanted more time for the case and DOA wanted a speedy trial. And the other one, and the one here hired had other obligations is why he wanted more time for Scott's case. Makes no sense at all. Well, what does make sense from him? Honestly, does anything ever make sense from him? Um, he couldn't win simple RO against EDT, and when Henri did Henri, became a bad actor. Funny how DOA wants everyone else's cases. Only reason he won from COSRO is Danny's lawyer, Streets LA, and watched her. DOA brags about how he won the anti-slap. He didn't show up to court, didn't have to, didn't live a life, lift a finger of work. She won the case for him. And then he had the nerve to talk crap about her after when he didn't pay one penny for the retainer. Streets LA did for his part. Only reason he slapped all those anti COS protesters all over his RV is to get it out for his peers to see, jury. Still saying everyone is saying it has nothing to do with COS. Well, 7-Eleven for do. I'm not understanding the jive here. Um, no one said it didn't have to do with them, but they're not bringing him to court with their lawyers. That's the difference. People say DOA twisted all up, used Ashley, told her a bunch of lies to get her all upset for no reason. And Ashley never does 2.5 hour videos. DOA does a video back to Ashley. Please, phony. He uses I'm not understanding. I understand part of this. So many others do his dirty work by crying to them, and oh, everyone is hating on me. Oh, I get that part. It's okay for himself in his chat, including some of the half that only left his channel after Father's Day event and attacked Audit LA and others. I see the 4 YouTube channels he's using for his big LR video he's working so hard on. WTF? He should be putting in that much effort on his into his cases. He doesn't seem too worried about all those felonies and 16 misdemeanors. He's not gay. He dresses up like that because if someone goes and punches him, he's harassing. He can sue for a hate crime just because he has a big fat mouth and can fit hot dogs and bananas. And yes, he was being stupid, but he's not gay. If anything else, he uses gay people as he does women. Well, there's still debate out on that, but I'm going to approve that comment. Make it make sense. David B for boring was on AZ Crimson's channel telling nonfic that making songs about a person is stupid. Yet that is exactly what AZ Crimson does. David B for boring says that making up songs about Scott is stupid. Yet that is okay. So you keep saying that. Um, and said people should not express their opinions in chat. Yet that is what he does. Besides, that is exactly what chat is for. How stupid is that guy? Well, I'll leave that up to your own interpretation, but I'm going to approve that comment, Drifter Wars. David B is the biggest liar in the world. He is, I don't know about that. That's hyperbole there, Drifter Wars. But let me just read your comment. David B is the biggest liar in the world. He is not a man of honor because he can't be taken at his word. David B told AZ Crimson that if Nonfic stayed on his panel, then he would leave. Yet 2 hours later, David B was still on the panel talking to Nonfic. Makes sense. Yeah, well, I love Nonfic. So let me get this straight. A weak little person who picks on everyone, his list of victims is ever growing, cannot handle when someone does it to him. The other fact or point of interest is that your channel was reported for constantly picking on a person by using their image or video or audio. Then other channels can be reported for doing the same exact thing. For example, Sticker Chick is constantly picking on Vaughn and using her images and videos and audio, and AZ Crimson is constantly picking on Kenny and using his images and videos and audio. So, what is good for one person to complain about is also good for others to complain about. Like MLH said, anyone can complain. You don't have to be a channel owner to complain. I agree. All right, let's see hidden comments. Let's show them. Brandon says, "Great show." And here's a little fun fact: I'm actually a quarter Belgian, if you can believe that. My mom is half Belgian. So, yeah, there's a lot of different types of bloods that are running through my own blood, right? But what difference does it make, right? This is this is the stupidity of racism and prejudice in our country right now. Okay, we got idiots calling for my deportation, an American-born citizen who has done nothing but fight for American rights my entire life, as far back as I can remember. Okay, this Mexican American that's fighting for your 2A right, right? Your 1A, your 2A, and all of them in between. Because I believe in the Constitution, right? This guy, this little short, fat Mexican American, right? This guy is one out there fighting for your rights every fucking day. And if you don't believe it, watch the stream tomorrow, right? The right to live, the right to live in this country, right? So, yeah, I was a little perturbed by the comments, I'm not going to lie. But here's the thing, nobody is going to stop me. This person threatened ICE to come to my house. Go for it. Do it. You think I'm afraid of ICE as an American citizen with all the documentation? You think I'm afraid? I'm never afraid. And you are not going to make me afraid, no matter what you do. I was born here. I'm a true American. What are you? Oh, man. I was born here, right? I have every bit of a right to live here as any other American citizen. What's up, Gina? Nice to have you here. Thank you, Mr. Bojangles. I do. I fight for all of our rights. You know, it's like that Hulk Hogan song. You know? Oh man. So the and by the way, someone that stands behind their word, why would you take that stream down? Why would you take those streams down? There were two separate streams where he railed against me, right? I'm gonna I'm gonna call I'm gonna call ICE on you. Why would you do that to an American citizen? I can't think of anything more un-American than that. You want them to deport an American citizen? Why? Because my skin color is a little bit different than yours? Is that why? Can we just get it all out? Can we just get it all out there? You know, is that why? Do you want to do another stream and take it down immediately after there, pal? You know, because you know what? Cowards hide behind anonymity. Cowards hide. Cowards say what they need to say, and they show their true self, and then immediately take their streams down because they're afraid of what the contents are. You know, they're ashamed of the contents. You know, I will accept your apology though. That I will do. I will accept your apology because everybody in this community and beyond, no matter what your political view is, knows that I'm a good person. Everybody knows that I'm a good person. So I've got a sterling reputation. I have no skeletons in my closet, right? Nothing. There's when you have nothing to fear, then you don't worry. I never worry. I've never seen the inside of a prison cell or a jail cell. Can you say the same? Can you say the same? Can you say the same? Yeah, riddle. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not worried at all, but I just wanted to address it because sometimes you have to vent a little, right, Jackie? I mean, I'm allowed that, right? I'm allowed that. Yes, I tie bikes to trees, Becky. Oh man, they can only deport 49% of you. The rest they have to keep here. Chris. Um, look, this channel is a uniting channel. I take no party affiliation, whether it's the far right like you, which you take so much offense to, right? The fringe right, whatever you want to call yourself, right? I take no far left stance. I can't stand the middle, the centrist Republicans, the centrist Democrats who all are in it for themselves, right? And I brought RP Grinders to the channel so we could discuss these things without fear, right? Whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, an independent, a Green Party, a Tea Party, whatever the fuck your affiliation, none of it is working. None of it is working. Not your extreme views, not the opposite's extreme view. Nothing is working. Some things have to change. United Channels of MLH. That's right, Blue Unicorn. United Channels of MLH. That's right. That's the one thing about this channel. We are united here. You don't agree with me? That's one thing. We can agree to disagree on certain things. It's my land. Get the F off. CBM says. Oh, man. Can Ahmad put the RP Grinder link? Yeah, there it is. Ask and you shall receive. That's my backup channel, Benechi. Thank you for being here, bud, and thank you for being a member. I think you're still a member, right, Benechi? I can't see any members on the StreamYard right now for whatever reason. Oh, there's Club Brain Fog. I see she's a member. Later, Becky. Thank you for being here. No, I will not take any racism. That's my second rule of the channel, right? I have to call bullshit out for what it is. If you're afraid of your takes that you have to immediately take them down, then there's a problem there. Big time problem. But that doesn't mean people don't have it recorded there, pal. Oh man. I don't know. I appreciate the support that I get in here. People know I'm a uniter, not a divider. Unlike Man Bear Pig, right? Thank you, Benetti. I appreciate that. My two triggers are sexism and bigotry. I agree, Blue. And you've been a friend from the beginning, and I appreciate your friendship. Can can you scream out, "Get off my property" for me? Get off my property. there, there. Denise, thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate that very much. If you got a Monster Squad membership from Denise, make sure you say thank you. Thank you, Denise. That's love right there. That is love, right? Pup Groomer with another 5 gifted. Thank you, Pup. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Oh, that's another thing. I was accused of grifting. I was accused of grifting. Make sure you say thank you to Pup Groomer if you got a gifted Monster Squad membership. Thank you very much, Pup Groomer. You know, no worries, Venetia. I know you're going through it. I hope you have a good PT. Thank you for listening. I was accused of being a grifter because this is my full time gig. You know why this is my full time gig? Because I have disabilities that I don't get paid for. You know, I'm not like those you know, grannies that are just giving hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to Man Bear Pig, right? I don't do that. You know, the people that donate here, like Club Brain Fog with another five gifted. I appreciate that, CBF. It means a lot. If you got a membership from Club Brain Fog, make sure you say thank you. This is how I say F you to that person that was disgusting in those streams. These people want to support me because they know I'm doing the right thing here, right? That's why. Not because I'm a grifter. Not because I'm like a man bear pig. I was compared to man bear pig by this person. He's just as much as a grifter as a man bear pig. Thank you, guys, for supporting this channel. You're honest about your grift. That's why it helps, CBF says. I've been nothing but honest since I've started this channel. You know, it's funny. I brought RP grinders to the channel, right? And you know, it's this show that I've been doing for almost 20 years, 18, 18 years. And it's a little niche show about video games, right? But even in that show, you can tell how honest I am because in video games, sometimes you have two choices to make. You can either be a bad guy or a good guy. And I've talked about this ad nauseum on that show. I always take the good path. I can't even in a fake scenario do the wrong thing. Congratulations, Amber Dawn Rising. Hope you keep that membership. It's Milo's birthday party tonight. You should come see my noise band. Bring Bernie. Blue, I'm so sorry I missed you yesterday. I know you were in Denver, dude. I just my life is so hectic right now. Um, Bernie's got to work today, dude. Unfortunately, I think she's pulling a double. So it's probably not going to be possible. But Blue, I promise you, I do want to see you play live. It's on my list of things to do, and I will make it a point at some point when my life settles down a little bit to come and see you. That I promise, Blue. You know, and I'm a man of my word. I will see you. The Mexican side, Babo. I'm 50-50, by the way, Babo. Thank you. I've always been honest. J-Bat with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Batty. I appreciate that. These are the type of things that help me out. This is my full-time gig, you know? And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of this channel. I'm proud of the people that can feel free to be in my chat and not be restricted. You guys can say Tanya and Rib Guy, right? In my chat. Still in Denver. Show starts at 5. Okay. I will keep it in mind, Blue. If I can, send me, hey, Blue, send me the address, if you wouldn't mind, on my phone, and I will try to make that. I quit that other band, racist and feminist, man hater. Oh, wow. Yeah. Don't let don't let that loser get to you. You are highly respected by your chat. Now stop grifting. Jackie, I am highly respected by everybody, and I take great pride in that. And I would never break anybody's trust. Ever. Ever. Right? At least knowingly ever. You know, I mean, if I've said something to offend somebody at some point, then I would like to know about it. Email me, you know? Thank you, Kim. I love all of you guys. You know, nothing's going to stop me from doing what I do. The threat of ICE coming to my house is a very real one, especially in today's environment. Why would you ever say that about somebody, especially a fellow American citizen? Why would you say that about an American? I can't think of anything more un American than wanting to deport an American just based on the color of their skin. You've shown who you are, and who you are is not a very good person. Like I said, I will accept an apology as long as it's sincere. Yeah, Vinetti, fat chance of that ever happening. Pup Groomer says I bust my ass doing a job I absolutely love, even when the with the physical limitations I have. I occasionally get tips. I spend the tips I get however I choose. Thank you for saying that, Pup. I know you do. I've seen your streams. Same here, Pup. I bust my ass. Same thing. Sometimes physical. When I'm out doing my cop watching and 1A stuff, it does get physical for me, Pup. But the mental toll, just like you have a mental toll too, in addition to your physical. I've seen you, Pup. You're a badass. And more people should sub to your channel because it's fucking chill. And we need more of that. Gestapo has a tough job. We should all just give them a pass. Am I right? Exactly, Blue Unicorn. Chumley has a human problem, Nomfic says. Yeah. Well, welcome, Nomfic. All right. I'm done with my rant. My channel is not about hate. My channel is about love. You know, my channel is about survivors. My channel is about activism. My channel is about all kinds of things. I wear many different hats, literally and figuratively on this channel. I'm, as they say, a jack of all trades, right? Yeah, CBF sending ice to my house was put on the table. Yep. But the coward took down the stream because that's what cowards do. The only reason I took down the previous DT streams is because I had privacy complaints. So that can't be used against me. There's no hypocrisy there. Old Frizz, nice to have you here. Nice to see you. I do not hate you, Dougie. Can I ask, has Chumley got a fourth channel now? Probably. Yeah, I'm a master of none, Vinetti. I never claimed to be the best at anything. But one thing I do know is I will always try to do the right thing. Always. Every time. Every single time. It's the way it's always going to be on this channel. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Join me tomorrow. I'm going to have um, KDOT on. And we are going to have content sometime next week. I know DT's on a mini hiatus right now. And that's why I said that I need you guys' help because I know DT was carrying the channel, especially monetarily. Um, I'm albino. Yeah. Yeah, Brandon. There you go. Um, especially with the likes, the watch hours, all that stuff, because I know that there's going to be a void with DT. I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm not afraid of ICE. All my paperwork is in order. It's un-American to call for another American's deportation. The only reason is because my skin color. That's what you got to rely on there, pal? You want to deport me because of my skin color. And all Mexicans, I heard. All of them. Well, you know, you know. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day. Club Brain Fog at 4 p.m. Is that West Coast time? That would be West Coast time. So that'd be 5, 6, 7. What, 7 Eastern? CBF on your channel? Make sure you check out CBF. I love her chill channel. She's spicy. I love CBF. You guys have a great day. I prefer my burrito shells white. Chris says. F the haters for sure, Benetti. I don't care. Scream to the clouds. right? We're going to continue doing what we do on this channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and keep your head up. You deserve it. Later, everybody.